All right, folks, this one's pretty good. All right, so this one starts with a little tiny story of a few top secret satellites that are floating over Saudi Arabia. And the people using those satellites happen to notice that there are Patriot missiles, that's right, U.S. Patriot missiles, that should be near the southern portion of Saudi Arabia. All of a sudden, they be gone. So they begin to look into it a little bit more, and they realize that those Patriot missiles have been not there for probably, I'd say, a week or two since the end of August. And so when they go and they question, when Saudi Arabia goes and questions what's going on, the United States says, oh yeah, we relocated them to a different area that is not Saudi Arabia, but we're not going to disclose where it is. Holy smokes, folks. Again, Saudi Arabia is freaking out a little bit about this because their southern borders are very important to them, and defense of those borders, especially with respect to air attacks, oh my goodness, that's important. So the United States basically said that they needed to move them over. As a matter of fact, let me just simply say what the spokesman said. Let me see here. I've got that quote. The spokesman basically said that they've redeployed the missiles. That's it. They're not really talking about where, not really giving any kind of statement regarding that. And of course, Saudi Arabia is very, very upset over it because they stated that they need to have reassurance of U.S. military commitment. There hasn't been a lot of U.S. military commitment as of late. As a matter of fact, Saudi Arabia is probably one to be talking because, as you know, Saudi Arabia pretty much told the United States of America to get lost by entering into this agreement with the Russians, which in essence opened up the door for them to abandon roughly what amounts to be 24% of United States arms sales to Saudi Arabia. So this dynamic is getting very interesting, but let me tell you what's significant about all of this, because this is all a little back and forth, and he's a little hurt, and she's a little hurt, and they're a little hurt, and things are getting a little weird. But what's really significant on this one really goes back to Russia's relationship with Saudi Arabia. Listen, I've said this before, I'll say it again. The United States of America has become literally inconsequential based on a lot of the nonsense that they continue to be doing. This should not be a surprise to us. We know that based on what happened in Afghanistan, you have got the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, who is a complete joke. He literally is a treasonous man who should not be serving in this country, actually shouldn't even be a U.S. citizen because he is literally guilty of treason. He admits it openly, does not care, says that he's doing the right thing in the name of the woke and military industrial complex. But what's even more crazy and insane is the fact that with all of these bad decisions being made and all of these crazy things being done, there is no consequentiality that exists with respect to the reputation of the United States of America. They are literally a dwindling superpower. We are becoming a dwindling superpower. And again, as I said, that is opening up the door for Russia to be the big player in the Middle East. And they are absolutely becoming that big player. Do not be surprised if Saudi Arabia continues to develop a growing relationship with Russia, because we know that when Russia eventually attacks Israel, as we see it happening after the rapture takes place, we know that there will be objections stated by Saudi Arabia, but they will not do anything militaristically speaking. Perhaps that might be due to the fact that they have a relationship symbolic of dependence upon Russia for all of their military weapons. Folks, you couldn't make this stuff up if you tried. This is all evidence of the fact that the geopolitical shifting that's happening in the region is driving us to what we know is going to happen after the rapture. That means that Jesus is coming for us soon. Now, when? I have no idea. But I can tell you this. I can tell you that the evidence is mounting that God's word is true, and we need to open up our eyes because these changes that are happening, folks, they're no joke. This is a big deal, and this is something we should all be thinking about. Why? Because Jesus is coming soon, and that needs to be our motivation to fight for righteousness and to do the things that we're called to do, to be getting involved in everything that we can, that we would keep our lights burning brightly. We don't have a lot of time left. The time is now. Let's get on it, folks. Love you guys. Jesus is coming soon. Don't forget it.